Hey guys, Dr. Decks here. Welcome to our channel and thanks for coming. I thought it might be cool if we looked at some decks from around the world, just in various locations. So we went to house.com and took some inspiration from their page. Just a visionary reaction from me. I'm just gonna take a look at it and give you my thoughts on it and what I think is cool and maybe some things I don't think are cool. We'll see. So the designer's name is in the upper right corner of each photograph, as we didn't build any of these decks unless there just happens to be one on this thing, but I don't think there is from us. So just want to give the designer credit. And then, hey man, if there's other videos that you want to see us do a reactionary video to, or something else that's related to our topic or our brand, leave a comment below. All right, so this first one is from Sydney, Australia, it looks like. And it's a nice little space. Looks like more of a confined backyard. And they have like a little shed that they've turned into a living space. And there's a hot tub and a small deck on the outside of it. It's kind of nice when you have, maybe you have some out-of-town guests or something like that, or you need a space for an office or things like that. That would be a great little ad to have in your backyard. That's a nice build. It's small, but efficient for a smaller group of people, or maybe you live alone or just a husband and wife, whatever. All right, here's one from Melbourne, Australia, and it's called Rooftop Dining. And so it's a very limited space, elevated and narrow, but there is a nice area for dining and it's covered. So for shade or for weather, there's some plants on it and that kind of thing. And a nice deck below it. Some unique hand railings that are, I don't know if they're cloth or some kind of diffused light or something like that. And also it looks like some kind of maybe shutters or something that you might be able to shut for more privacy, because there's probably other people on rooftops as well. And it looks like there's a couple speakers up there so you can listen to your favorite music while you're chilling. It's a nice space, especially considering how limited it is. So we'll go to the next one here. So this one is up in the treetops in Wyoming. Got cable rail, nice deck, lots of nice furniture on it. Let's see what we got here. Winthrop, Washington. So this is Eastern Washington, east of the Cascade Mountains from where I live. It has more of a desert feel in the summertime. Looks like just a cement slab with some nice eaves on the house, which would be nice for shade and or rain, weather, that kind of thing. It snows a lot in Eastern Washington as well, and they can get several feet compared to us getting inches. I'll be honest though, it's not my favorite. It's just concrete. It's very low maintenance, but it's a little cold in my opinion, and it's not very big, so just a couple Adirondack chairs is basically what you're gonna get on that. Not a ton of room for dining, except for maybe where behind these chairs. All right, what do we got here? San Francisco. Looks like redwood deck, I'm not sure. That kind of is what it looks like to me. Nice lemon tree on there. If you're into privacy, that's a cool privacy rail. Got some chunky posts and a chunky top cap and some nice horizontal slats going in. Very modern, it's a nice look. A lot of maintenance on that deck though. I'll tell you what, you're gonna have to clean that, seal it every year. Okay, what do we got here? Serene Space, Taiwan. Oh man, I wanna go look at this and take a look at it personally. So it looks like they got some Zen rocks. It's like a Zen garden kind of theme going on here with some different trees and plants. They got a nice wall feature that they got these plants hanging from, and lots of vegetation everywhere. Got a stump in the lower left corner here that you can sit on, and a bench that spans over the top of the rocks. Maybe a cool place to hang out and just get a cool vibe going, or relax or decompress from the day. British Columbia, Canada. So we've got like a rail that's not to code, that you could probably just fall down that hill of rocks. It's a very narrow walkway is what I see here. Looks like it might be out of hardwood, ipe or something like that. I don't see cable, but maybe it's cable rail. I just can't tell from the photos. Maybe my eyes are shut, but it kind of looks like it's just a top rail. Not gonna really keep a child from falling down those rocks, so they might consider doing an infill there. Wedged in Vienna. Ah, look at that. I love the color of this house. That is awesome. And what a unique use of this space. You know, some people might think, oh, it's unusable, like towards the edge where it pies off. Yeah, you're not gonna get a lot over there, but notice how they have some plants and a globe or some kind of a feature there and some potted plants to keep people from that narrow point. And then it just opens way up, and then all this filtered privacy and filtered shade. And plus it looks like they have some roll down filtered screens as well. It's probably one of my favorites of this presentation so far. It's got a little bit of everything on that one. Ooh, what's this? Room for two, Vancouver, British Columbia. This really has absolutely nothing to do with decks, but what a cool space. I mean, look how wedged in it is. It looks like a backyard, something or other, but it looks like there's a refrigerator. Maybe somebody lives in there. And I don't know about this opening. Like, yeah, it looks like there's like a little, okay, so there is kind of a small little deck on the inside of this area, little porch that you could sit a couple chairs on and then go inside from there. That's very modern. I like it. Urban escape in New York City. Now, we know that New York is very limited on space, and it looks like they just have like an industrial grate system for the deck. They have like a table, dining room set, and then they have some nice cable rail. So they're maximum. Oh, and look at the fire. That's pretty cool. Is that even legal in New York City? I wonder if those are steel grates and you're allowed to burn because of the steel grate deck. And then you can see to access the lower yard, you can see how they have a wedge-shaped pie for the landing. But somebody had to get really creative on this one. Looks like it's all Class A fire rated to me. That's kind of crazy that they're actually burning a fire. If you're a fire marshal or you know the fire code for New York City and you see this photograph, I would really appreciate a comment to let me know your thoughts. It looks to me like it's all Class A, all stainless steel, steel grates, stainless cable rail, and all that, but is this allowed? Okay, this is Stockholm, Sweden. Man, I love the minimalist look of this deck. I love the overhangs of this house, and those Adirondack chairs look pretty sweet. I like how they've paid a lot of attention to the safety of the railing of this project, which is absolutely no railing at all. Wouldn't fly here in the States, but nonetheless, I'm sure there's a killer view, and whoever built this joint didn't want anything in the way, but it's not very safe. So beware. When you're using this deck, whoever owns it, you guys got to be careful with it, okay? Above it all, Perth, Australia. Looks like they're another rooftop, man. They're just trying to make space wherever they can. Looks like that decking's getting a little hammered from the weather. Lots and lots of planter boxes with vegetation. Probably trying to block out those neighbors for some reason. Get that privacy rolling. So not a bad space. I mean, I'm sure I'd love to have it over not having it. And it looks a lot nicer than a roof. Okay, what do we got here? Denver, Colorado. Got stainless steel cable with aluminum frame, fascia mount, going into a wedge. Nice little fire bowl on a table. Not a bad little space. Five's a crowd. Toronto. Looks like a Paul LaFrance design to me. Oh, it is. Oh, that's hilarious. I know Paul personally. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I was like, before I looked up and saw Paul LaFrance designs, good for him for making this list. Congratulations, Paul. A lot went into this. There's a barbecue area. Nice pergola. Everything's finished, wrapped. Double borders on the lower deck. Single border on the catwalk across. Really nice. Living Lush, Mexico City. Man, sometimes vegetation can be the coolest way to really enhance a living space. And you can see in this one, it's just like nature. A little bit of decking. Got some really funky chairs going on with some like little blocks for different, maybe you're holding your drinks or your food or whatever. Fire going on. It's perfect space, man. Here we go. Sonoma, California. Wow. Got the fully sunken hot tub, which I'm not down with. When I'm doing hot tubs, most of the time, I like to have them about 16 to 20 inches out of the deck so I can like sit on the side of it or use it like a support when I'm getting into the tub. It's a little more difficult to access these type of tubs, but hey, to each his own. Very minimalist, and I get that. Really matches the house nice. Got the bed. It's like an overnight room, you know, for the homeowners or for their guests. Super clean. I like that. Courtyard Cabana in Sydney, Australia. Oh, I love that industrial concrete look. Some nice vertical privacy elements. Got a cool little table and chair set, bistro set going on with a really oversized soffit roof, whatever, going on. Really thick. I like it. There's a nice combination of materials on that one. What do we got here? Orange County, California. Got some funky decking with some grooves in it. I think that's to keep it, it's probably cedar, probably to keep it from warping. Might be redwood, hard to tell. Has a nice privacy, vertical privacy element with some maybe cable going across there for possible plants or vegetation, something like that to like hold some of your vines up, that kind of thing. Really Art Deco style chair on there, that's pretty cool. And then some really cool looking planters. A lot of these decks have built-in or added planters to it. Denmark, Sweden, or Denmark. Is Denmark in Sweden? No? Maybe cut that. Yeah, 2 different entertaining spaces. One's covered, one's open. I see all the windows in between. It's like, it would have been cool to connect those, but I see why you wouldn't. All right, lounging around in Vancouver, British Columbia. Nice furniture, nice privacy. Natural vegetation, that seems to be popular, and privacy. Here's one from LA, Living Tiny. So it's a tiny home with a nice sized deck with some, looks like some rustic accents on it. Some poles, some wooden poles, or branches or logs or whatever those are. And then a shade sail or a sail shade over the top for a little extra shade in the afternoon and whatnot. A couple of flared steps down onto a rock patio. Very nice. Yorkshire, England. I'm digging it. Tight knot something or other. Pine, cedar, I'm not sure. That room's cool. I mean, it kind of looks like a kit, but who knows? Got the slide out doors, fully open. Nice space. Like the furniture too. I've seen something similar to that. It's pretty cool. Washington, D.C. You got the tree or the kids' playhouse with a rope bridge. Got the adult furniture down there that's about the right distance away from the fire pit. You got the natural stone ledge as a bench. Man, get your marshmallows out. Make it happen. Ooh, Seeing Green, Seattle. I like this concrete planter / fire pit. Very modern looking. And just a pretty basic square deck with some furniture, some uplighting on that lime green back wall. Not crazy about it. To each his own, right? Here's another place in Melbourne, Australia. Man, people are really making the most out of their spaces. Ooh, what do we got here? Softened edges, San Francisco. I think I would have built that deck curve to match the house, personally. I would have made it a little bit bigger, and I would have bent that corner just like the house. That's just my opinion. Beach vibes, North Carolina, totally. That'll get you down. That's like a ranch style rail, but it just gets you down to a good way to go from the house to the beach. Boy, a lot of people are into these tiny homes or tiny living or ADA unit, whatever they call it, ADU, something like that. Accessible dwelling unit. On the Grapevine, just a small little deck with a water feature. I wonder if there's any koi in there. Blue Ridge Mountains, Georgia. You got the old school log style rails. London. This video is going to be really good for people that don't have a lot of space, but they want to maximize their outdoor living. I'm going to scroll a little bit and just let's see what else is on this set of photos and see if there's anything really cool. Here's one in London. Lots of planter boxes and privacy. More rooftop stuff. That's not bad. New York City. I like it. Man, that is maximizing your space in New York. That's probably worth a few $100,000. Just that little platform. Mexico. Nice. Wow, look at that. Man, the glass, you can barely see it. That's beautiful. Probably fascia mounted. I'm gonna just scroll and see if there's anything that really catches my eye here. A lot of rooftop stuff. A lot of like accessible rooms, that kind of thing. All right, so Austin, Texas, this is our last picture. Boy, it has an outdoor shower, swimming pool, lots of wood on the soffits, and some concrete. I like the mix of materials, of modern materials, and that tile's pretty cool in the shower. Nice space for the swimming pool area. All right, guys, well, that concludes this video of different decks from around the world. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this video, and don't forget to share it as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.